Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Subscribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
All right, listen, guys, I want to address something real quick. Yesterday's episode, if I seemed oddly quiet, especially when discussing two things that you know I love, comedy and Patrice O'Neal, let me let you know this. That episode you saw was a do-over. The original episode that we shot was a disaster. I'm not going to get into the particulars, but it took the wind out of my sails. And if it hadn't been for Andy in one ear and Godfrey calling me and in my other ear, I would have never done the do-over. I would have aired the episode the way it originally went. I wanted it to be honest. I wanted to show you honesty. Everything don't go right and everything ain't perfect. I think people should see that part of it sometimes. And I would rather you guys have seen the real episode as opposed to that fake that I had to muscle myself through.
But it wasn't.
And to be honest with you, I think a good idea would be to put the real episode on Patreon. You want to see the real one? Pay for that one. It's worth it.
I think that the other one was a real episode. It just didn't have the same things that it could have had. What do you want to call that episode anyway?
A disaster.
How about Aries on timeout?
That's fine, too.
He didn't say anything. Tried to get you to say things.
Nope.
Tried to jump you back in there.
The wind left my sails. It's like trying to put milk back into the carton. Spilt milk back into the carton.
Spilt milk or wind
No,
out of
I like
myself.
the timeout.
Aries is on timeout?
Yeah, man. That's and I'm going to tell you something. The irony of it all is Patrice was all about honesty. He hate fake. And the fact that you did a great job. You interviewed her the whole time. I had to fake my way through that.
But you didn't have to. You chose to. You could have.
I told you I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it.
So it wasn't for Godfrey, and you wouldn't have done it?
If it wasn't for you and Godfrey in my ear, please just do it, just do it, just do it. I wouldn't have did it. She apparently called him FaceTime, and he called me FaceTime to go, dude, please, just for me, do it over.
She's a nice lady,
should we
man.
put? I mean, can
You guys
just
just
say that part.
I will just say this. The original one did get off track, and like I said this, you guys missed each other. I don't think that it was anything that was intentional. I don't think it was meant to be negative. I think you guys just saw two different things and went by each other.
Here's what women suck at. If this were poker, your poker face. Women have bad poker faces. Because even when you did get to the Patrice, I could still see it. She was still apprehensive. She was still slightly tight.
She's very guarded about the Patrice stuff.
Okay.
She
but
admitted
again,
that.
don't tell me one thing and then do something else.
But I don't blame her for being guarded about it. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. This comedy thing is a rough gig, and there's always going to be people that think you're getting something that you don't deserve, and there's other people, and then you don't get things that you do deserve because of it.
This So Steve comes to us from Chill Phil. It's a rhyme. Gotta know Steve for you, I think it works. I smoked weed with a girl who was very naive. She hit the blunt and fell to her knees. I wondered why she began to cry, then called her best friend, Oh, Steve. Mark, what do you got?
I like Chill Phil, though. That's a good name, Chill Phil.
Chill Phil?
Yeah. You caught me off guard. I was so enthralled with what you were saying.
This is gonna be a tough podcast. Aries is gonna be like.
I'll tell you who's not fine over 50.
Who?
Oh, nothing.
Aries, what's going on? It's Juan from Atlantic City, New Jersey. I just wanted to ask, can you please put timestamps on your YouTube episodes? Because finding this that's crazy, you know. And also I heard Andy is a MAGA. This guy from Atlantic City wants to know, why are you a MAGA? The guy was a douchebag 30 years ago. All right. Have a good
one, you've never been a MAGA. I wonder where he got that from.
Because I agree with certain policy points. That's it. That's all I've ever said. I agree with certain policy points. I always say I don't like the dude. I'm not impressed by his statesman-like attitude that he has, which is zero. I'm very critical, but I'm honest when I say that I think that was a better direction than what was happening. That's it. I'm also, what am I? I'm Tuesday I'll be a racist, and then on Wednesday I'll be fighting for the Black Panthers. I don't know what the people want to say about me. You say whatever you want. It's all an interpretation. I know who I am, and I'm okay with it. And I've been honest, and I haven't ever lied to anybody. That's the only thing I can tell you.
I thought at one point we were putting the timestamps.
I thought we did too.
And then, but I've been noticing as I've been seeing them, they're not there anymore.
There was a reason. There was a problem. I don't know if that problem. We need to ask again. What that
Anthony,
is.
can you let us know what the deal is with that? Because I would like to put them back on, but I'm wondering at what cost did we have to stop doing it, if any? All right. Sconem. This person's name is Sconem. S-C-O-N-E-M.
I'm coming with a MAGA hat next week.
You should bring one for me too.
I'll have to order it. I don't have one.
Order two. Hey, hey, Aries, Andy, Markeisha, Rick again. A couple weeks ago, I recommended you watch City of God, and I mentioned it's often compared to Goodfellas, and Aries, as well as another emailer, had a problem with that. I never said it was compared in a way that is riding the coattails of Goodfellas, or the story is even similar. It's not a mafia movie. It's compared because of the impact, and the style of the movie is very Scorsese-like because how it is shot and the fact there's a narrator telling the story. Let me put it in a way that Aries might understand better. Goodfellas is Jordan, City of God is Kobe, who everyone compared to Jordan because of the fact he had a lot of the same moves as Jordan. But at the end of the day, he's Kobe Bryant by himself on his own. Many have said Kobe took Jordan's moves and added a better three ball, dropped 81, won rings in a different era, often a better defender who took on the tough opponents that Pippen would usually take on and could have won more rings if he didn't get injured. Godfather is like Magic Johnson. He was Godfather. You meant to say Godfather. Okay, Godfather's like Magic Johnson. He was great, but you ain't touching no Jordan or Kobe. You guys keep doing top fives of stuff, but you're leaving out the greatest movies ever because you can't read subtitles or watch a movie dubbed. That's like making a top 5 rapper list and not ever listening to a Nas album. City of God is Nas. It's top 5 ever. That's my take. Now, here's another suggestion for you to watch and talk about on the pod. The first episode, what happened?
No, he just said something that doesn't make any sense to me, but go ahead.
The first episode of Dark Side of the Ring. It's based on Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. Aries' impression of Macho Man is pretty good, but it can be better. If you just watch this episode, it'll get better. The rest of the series is great, too. A lot of times, the behind-the-scenes of stuff, like in wrestling, is more entertaining than the actual product. It's like a rock star stories. Keep up the good work, fellas. Yeah, that Dark Side, I remember we did the Dark Side of Comedy, which I did a couple of episodes. So, yeah, the Dark Side of Wrestling, I'd like to check that out.
That sounds like good, but here's what he said that didn't make any sense to me. And this is where people conflate different ideas going down different tracks. Mm-hmm. He said that a City of God is Nas. Well, you put all these things together, but here's the thing. If we had to listen to Nas, but we had to read the lyrics and it was in another language, it wouldn't be in the same conversation now, would it?
No. And yeah, I was going to say that. Like, dude, it's like
we're giving you our top 5 in America. I guess I would say in American movies or in our structure of what we have. I know that you want to include that. Parasite was a great Korean movie that I watched. That was.
I don't do Koreans.
I know. You don't do Koreans?
No, I don't do Koreans.
I don't do them. So, but I understand your point, but I think you got a little wonky on how you try to describe it. It's not the same, and I get what you're trying to say. But what should say is we need to expand our genre because there's other films that are getting missed because they're not in an English language. If you said it that way, I would go, yeah, you know what? We should try to expand and see what some people are doing in other countries and in other styles, so that we can see what And that totally makes sense to me. But don't try to say it's Nas because Nas is in English. I hear Nas.
Ooh, yeah, Nas. He's in English. And if you want us to watch a foreign movie, if you think we're going to do it, do the knowledge. Anthony, put that up in subtitles. Do the knowledge thing. Do the knowledge. You know, incidentally, there's this dude who does Macho Man, and people say his is better than mine, which I don't think I disagree. Dan Soder. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, I know Dan.
Yeah,
I don't know
does.
him, but I know. Yeah, I know who he is.
He does a pretty solid Macho Man. Him, Will Sasso, and me. If I had to rank it, I would say Dan Soder. Is mine better than Will's? I'll give it to Will because he's such a wrestling buff. But I'll take third.
You should give it to Will only because that isn't his lane, though, to do.
What?
To do.
Oh, he's such a wrestling fanatic.
No. I'm talking about impressions.
No, you're right, technically. But dude, have you heard his Jesse Ventura?
That's
is
because it's
out of
wrestling,
this
though. That's
world.
that's
Yeah.
that's his lane.
Yeah.
You can't take his lane away. Is what I'm
His
saying.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, his Jesse the Body, and his Macho Man is pretty solid. But his Jesse is ridiculous.
Is it? That's funny.
It's pretty damn good, you know. All right, what you got, Mark?
Yo, Aries, Andy, what up? It's your boy Darren from Cleveland. Aries, I just saw your Instagram post you just posted with the dude feeding the girl dog food and she was barking.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought it was Andy almost. I was about to say, hey, man, you going to have to take him off the podcast right now, bro. Straight thought that was Andy I was looking at. I was about to say, shit. I was about to say, man, Mark about to have to be the new dude for you. But anyway, though, it's your Cleveland nigga, Darren. Y'all be cool. Big ups, Aries. Hey, I like what you doing, man. Keep standing on your neck, homie.
Darren, we got to get you out of Cleveland, nigga. We got to rescue you. Well, you're a good dude. You deserve better.
Dude, there is, if you, I don't know. There's something about Cleveland, as I look at it, when we go there, there's opportunity still in Cleveland.
What?
I don't know. It has to change. It still it has to be redeveloped. I mean, but Cleveland itself, the homes are reasonably priced. There's great buildings, architect. I mean, you could see there's potential there.
Yeah.
But comedy wise,
Yeah.
that's the rough part because you guys, it's just so heavy. But I see.
You know what that is?
That's was that Trump coming to get him out of Cleveland?
No, that was the nuclear bomb, nigga, that got thrown at the city.
I thought when you said we got to get him out of there that you were going to ask Trump to go in there and rescue him. Like,
Nah. I don't rescue niggas. All right. Give me 1 second. I gotta just do.
All right.
What? Quick phone call. Are we pausing the entire thing? No. Do you want half this cookie? I'm good. So what'd you think about the shooting?
Oh, when we do an episode, we'll talk about it.
Oh, we got to talk about it. It just happened.
Cookies from the DoubleTree. It's the best part about staying in the DoubleTree.
Those are really good cookies, actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Oh, you talking about them jeans? The jeans? Hello.
310
Should we
calories.
do the dates? Should we do the dates?
You know what? Could do the dates right now.
Do the dates right now.
Yeah, I have it in my back of my car. I thought it was. I saw it and I opened it. And I was like, what the f- is this? And I thought it was for me, but it's in my car.
Guys, we're see, I got the wrong thing here, but we're going to be January 16th with the Soundbar Theater in Detroit, Michigan. January 17th, we're at GLC Live at 20 Monroe in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then we're going to Hawaii, guys. January 23rd, Hawaii Theater in Honolulu. January 30th through February 1st, we're going to be at the Improv in Denver, Colorado. And February 5th to the 7th, Milwaukee Improv. There's the dates. If you need any more information on dates, go to ariespears.com.
That lined up perfectly with the music.
And you know what? Let me tell you. Let me go back to yesterday's episode. I will say this. I like how the do-over went. I still would show it in its rawness, but I wasn't mad at how it went. You just didn't have my participation.
Yeah, I don't understand why you couldn't. There was a door, and there was a foot in the door.
You know how I felt?
Sorry, man.
I felt like Will Smith in that episode where his dad, played by Ben Vereen, leaves him again. The wind left my sails.
But the information you wanted was right there. Right there, you could feel
It's
it.
a hell with him! When Godfrey did that. The wind left my sails,
It was
man.
right there. All the
I know.
information you wanted. And she was very open to telling us stuff. All right.
Juan under. Aries, WWE is looking for comedians and actors to write for pro wrestling. Would you did you know about this?
No,
Oh.
I think that's great, though.
Oh, because you were shaking your head.
I was like, yes, that's a great idea for you.
Would you consider that, and what would you do with a 2-hour Monday Night Raw? Shit, 2-hour Monday Night Raw, that might get pregnant. That's the kind of writing I would bring to that. Can you imagine that for the promo? This Monday on the Monday Night Raw, somebody's gonna get pregnant. Cause it's raw. That means no rubber. Who's gonna get burned?
And then you cut to Tracy Morgan. He goes,
I got a bitch pregnant. Monday Night Raw. Patrice O'Neal was a WWF writer for 25 years. He rode on that Vince McMahon jet. Best one under Atlantic City. Yeah, I heard him talk about that on Opie and Anthony, that he used to write for the show.
that's pretty interesting.
You know who we could have asked?
I have a feeling something's going to happen, and we're going to do another one with her.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
I think it's going with you.
Come on. She was nice.
What you got?
Come
Yo, what up? Andy, what up?
Up.
Aries, what's going on? Hope everybody good. What's up, Mark? Mark, just do me a solid. Play this, please, for the show.
Yeah, what up?
It's Frank Nitty, New York City. What's going on? Hope
Yo,
everybody
what's up,
good.
kid?
A quick thing, yo, Aries. Any update about that guy that scammed you out of the not today pal podcast? You pretended that he was booking you for that, and it never happened because he was a scammer. Any update on that? And did you know that that podcast finish is over? It has ended. You should have reached out to them like through DMs. The two kids that played the Soprano kids. You should have reached out, try to get yourself on there. I think that would have been epic, man. For real. And 2 movies that you were talking about, that new Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movie called The Rip, where they're 2 cops
I want to see that.
finding this money or trying to take this money from the cartel. And I also saw that, I think that's on Netflix. And I also saw something that was Jason Momoa and David Bautista and some action comedy called The Wrecking Crew coming on Amazon Prime. I mean, it looks interesting. It looks like it might be some mad food, a little funny action, blowing up fires, all that stuff. So check it out when you get a chance. I think it comes out either end of this month. Yeah, I think January 28th. But y'all do stay up. Keep doing your thing. Love y'all guys. Stay on it. Y'all blowing up, man, all over. More success and more prosperity in 2026 to all you guys. Andy, Aries, and Mark. Y'all stay up 100.
Thank Fred. Frank Nitty from
Two things. One, I think it's cop comedy, cop action comedies. You got to be careful to me with those 2 words, because I don't think if there's too much comedy in an action cop movie, then it takes the man food part of it out of it for me. Like that comedy cop movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. That was more comedy.
It was almost all comedy.
All comedy. it's hard for me to enjoy that if it's supposed to be a buddy action cop team.
Well, then name someone who you thought got it right.
Oh no, I think that what I'm saying is there's got to be a little bit of comedy. It can't be that much comedy. Lethal Weapon.
There's a lot of comedy.
Bad Boys. You know, where it's like there's little jokes and moments here and there, but it's mainly drama and action. Bad Boys is mainly drama and action with some comedy sprinkled about. Lethal Weapon, more drama and action, little comedy sprinkled about. Don't give me my buddy action cop movie flooded with jokes.
Okay, but here's the thing about Lethal Weapon that I really like, and I know what you're saying because this is it. They took something funny and they made it serious, but it was still funny because
Right.
when he's sitting on the toilet
Yeah.
and they have to save him from the toilet.
Yeah.
And so, and you really put all the thoughts in. If he's sitting on the toilet, he's butt ass naked from the waist down,
And he's numb.
and he's numb, and he has to grab him, pull him into the bathtub with him,
Right.
And then the scene, so you know there's a half naked man on top of another man in this bathtub,
right.
And then the toilet goes flying in the air and lands
Right.
on the cop car.
Yeah.
That was a serious situation that they found the way to put the jokes in.
I don't mind that.
So
I don't mind a Joe Pesci. Okay. That's fine. But too much comedy, now you're taking away from the action part of it, and it's goofy to me at that point. So when you say Jason Momoa and forget the other person, Dave Bautista, two big jack being funny, nah, I don't.
that one might be interesting though. I understood what you were saying about what was the other one that you said?
Lethal Weapon, Bad Boys.
No, the one that already had been out before.
Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg.
That one had no drama in it. Just because you're shooting at someone doesn't mean it's
Right,
drama.
right.
And that's not man food just to turn around and shoot guns.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
Right.
So, but that was straight up comedy to me, that one.
And then the second thing, I wanted to sue that what was his name? Thomas McCormick. But it would cost me more than it's worth. But I'll tell you what though, I got two. I'm a sick on them.
Don't say that. What the?
You don't even know where I'm going yet. All right. Like you about to kill the funny before it even happened.
Sorry.
Frank Nitti and Tony Soprano. Yo, Tony, we gotta get this done. This nigga did my man Aries foul, kid. We gotta him up, son. I know what you're saying. We gotta put a hole in this cocksucker. Maybe we could put him in the back of the truck of the car, drive him to beat your way off the Hudson. Yeah, kid, that's what we gonna do. Put that in the trunk, God.
You know, the hardest thing though for me, here comes the racist Andy, with black folks is Frank Nitti could be anywhere from 18 to 72, voice-wise, and I don't know which one he is.
Nah, old man would have more.
More gruff in the, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he's probably, let's put it this way. He could be 50, 18 to 50.
Maybe.
He
Yeah.
could even be younger. He could have just gone through puberty and got that real deep voice.
I have no idea.
Well, he could be younger because that scene in Belly when Nas is talking to the like 9-year-old on the bench, and this got on an Averex jacket. He's hustling. He's got a wad full of money, a gun, chain. He's smoking a blunt. And Nas is talking to this 7-year-old who's hustling, and the nigga literally is like, yo, what up, God? Take care of my. So yeah, it could be a kid.
But when he speaks, I seriously, this last time I was listening, I was trying to listen for a
Right,
tell to give me his
right,
age.
right.
I think he's on the younger side. I think he's in his 20s.
I sense 30s.
30s? I was saying
30s.
20s, but
Frank Nitti, man, let us know how old you are, my man. You know what I mean? That nigga's straight New York. You can hear it. You know, and that's another one that I think I need to quit. Like Jadakiss and not because my Nas is not bad.
no,
You know,
it's not.
Yo, let them know it was time, God. Them was coming for the city, man. Yo, we already know what it is. Yo, we need to do a record together, Nas. Like a back and forth, my who wins in the verses. You know I got too many classics for you, kid. I got love for you, Jada. But I'm Nas the God. Well, ringing, nigga. Who gonna control everything from the technical aspect? You got a computer tech. We're going to computers. I'm a computer tech.
Dude, you're Jadakiss, though. What's so impressive about it that you get it out, because you have to sound like that's your second to last breath when you're finishing the sentence.
You know what's crazy? Somebody wrote in the comments when you watch the Joe and Jada podcast, like sometimes Jada will rant and he'll talk till he's damn near out of breath.
Yeah. But
Yo,
that's
I don't even know what it is.
but that's what you get right when you finish
Right,
the sentence.
right,
It sounds
right,
like that second
right.
to last breath that you have to have that.
Yo, Joe, you be capping the stories you be telling. I'm like, where the him and Nas breathy. Yo, God, sometimes when I be doing it, I be losing it. Nigga, I know it. Imagine when the is 70. Go ahead, Mark.
What's going on, fellas? It's the Scroll Master. Well, I've been refraining from writing scrolls because, well, it hurts. But I will call in and leave a message. So today we have a woman killed in Minneapolis by ICE.
See?
And I'm sure we're going to talk to it and discuss it. But I just want to know, I really want to know, how do they justify this? And I really like to hear you guys' take on it. I can go on and on about, the country being torn apart. And, I don't know if these are oath keepers or proud boys, but I'm going to say this. Let somebody approach my child who happens to look Middle Eastern and pull on her car wearing a mask, armed with guns. Anything happens to her. Well, I'll just say, hashtag remember Chris Dorner. If you don't know who it is, look him up. Until then, Scroll Master out.
And I want to be careful here because I thought yesterday we would talk to her for a half hour. And even when what happened, and I went, oh, well, thanks for coming in, and kind of cut it short. Even if it wasn't awkward, I was really wanting to only have her for a half hour so that we could give this Minnesota the right amount of time. Because I just feel like when we peel this onion, this could take the next 40 minutes. But I do want to say this. At first, and I hate to even say this, but at first I think I was like everybody else. It's murder, fucking murder. Now, did he have to do it? Could he have moved? People were saying shoot the tires out at least. But then when you see it from the other angle, she did clip them. Now, did he have to kill her? When they go weaponize the vehicle, you can kill somebody, hurt somebody. And they said he had a history where he got drugged in some other situation and had to get stitches. So now if you're having a flashback, okay, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I
think that's part of the problem, though, is like, all right, send it to trial. Like, I'm not really interested in demonizing him or calling her a crazy libtard. Just let it go to trial.
Is it going to go to trial?
But here's the thing. The administration is fighting having the FBI work with the state local authorities. There's no reason that, one killing of ICE is a broad brush on the entire organization. But they don't want any bad press, nothing. Deflect and deny. That's all they do. And you saw it from like their statements from the spokespeople from the DHS and Kristi Noem. They're just coming out saying she's a terrorist, that Trump said the dude got ran over and is recovering in the hospital. They just flat out lie, which does not add to any of this. It just fuels it. Go ahead, Andy, to defend it.
I wasn't going to defend it.
And I'm not necessarily defending it, but at the same time, I mean, all we saw at first was the one angle. But then when you see the other angle, and look, it doesn't help that the cop kills her, and then you hear him go, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, one is, I think it's a very serious subject. And I think when you approach it, and I'm sorry to say this to you, Mark, because I'm not trying to be really a dick to you, but I am being a dick to you right now because you approach things in a way that I take very seriously. Like I'm a comic, but when I have to talk about someone dying, I don't go ahead now, defend it, and make a stupid face because it's a woman who died, and I think it was needless. I don't think she should have died. I don't, but I'm not also going to demonize the cop that had a tenth of a second to make a decision on how he's going to approach this. When people say shoot the tires, you're about ready to get run over.
Well, hold on. I did post one thing of this Asian woman, and she said, I'm not a lawyer or whatever specialist, but she broke something down that I thought was really interesting. At one point, she points out how the cop that shot her had his phone in one hand. Then as he's making his way around to the front of the car, he switches to the other hand so he can get ready to grab his pistol. So it felt premeditated.
Well,
and then with the follow-up,
Well, two things on that. One, he switched because he had the phone, and now she's reversing, and you don't know what's going to happen now. So that's that. And I'm not saying I'm not justifying anything. I don't think she should be dead right now. I really don't. This is a bigger conversation than that. I don't think she should be dead. The thing, if you premeditate to kill someone and you're on tape, I don't think you're going to yell. I think he fired his gun. I don't know if he had the gun out, and when she clips him, the gun goes off, and then he fires two more afterwards. And then I don't think he thought he killed her at that point. I don't think that he thought he killed her until he got up to the car. So that's I'm not using it as an excuse. He did kill her. That's the bottom line. She's dead. That's the bottom line is she's dead, and it's not necessary. But to go to what you just said, they're not cooperating. They're trying to make this difficult. Well, let me ask you a question. And I'm not justifying anybody's right to hide anything. I'm not justifying anybody's right, but you said, why won't they work with them? Why isn't the state government working with the federal government to remove people that are here illegally, and we wouldn't be going through this in the first place? Because if they were able to call the courts, and the courts were able to say, okay, yeah, we're going to deny them this, and they're going to hold them instead of trying to sneak them out of buildings, instead of trying to work around the federal government, and the federal government and the state government were working together to improve a situation that's not being improved. And then they fight them because the federal government brings what are they called? Who do they just send back home because they're not out right now with them? The military side, but the state side of military. Do you don't know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about? The National Guard?
The National Guard, yeah. So they bring out the National Guard. What was the National Guard brought out for? Do you know?
Just recently?
No, why was the National Guard brought out to work with the ICE? Why was the National Guard brought out?
I don't know. What? Tell me.
You know, but the National Guard was brought out to protect the buildings and the ICE agents. So while these protesters were protesting, they had protection. So they didn't have to do things like they're doing right now. And you send those people home because now we have National Guard, and that's wrong. Well, now you have a bunch of idiots, and I'm sorry. Do I think she should be dead? No. Do I think she should have been parking her car across the lane and her and her wife are out there filming them and instigating these problems? They weren't there for an immigration raid. They were great for a sexual assault immigrant that was in there. That's what they were going to get. Do I think she should be dead? Do I think anybody should be dead from this? No. But this is when you
mean they were on their way to go do that?
That's what ICE was doing. It was a sexual assault pickup that they were after.
That they were going. Because I thought they were helping a car get out of the snow.
It was their car.
Well, not like the original, no. But before that, there was other footage. They were helping somebody else.
Get out of the snow.
Yeah, get out of the snow.
Okay.
And then they went around her car, so she wasn't completely blocking it. She was kind of like
she was
doing
parked
something
across the street. She was blocking lanes across the street.
Yeah, but the car that shot her went around her.
Yeah.
And then she was waving the other car
Was
by.
she supposed to be there? That's my question. Was she supposed to be there?
That's
No.
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Was she supposed to be there?
You're not supposed to get in the way of what they're doing.
But was she supposed to be there? If she wasn't there, is she dead right now?
No.
The only question is did was the cop justified to use lethal
No.
violence?
That's not. I already
That's the
just
only
no.
question.
It's not the only question because I just said she shouldn't have been. She should be alive right now.
What do you mean she shouldn't be there? What do you mean she shouldn't be there?
But wait a minute. Well, she shouldn't be there. You're not supposed to get in the way of what the ICE agents are doing.
How is she getting exactly in the way? She was alerting people, like bonking her horn and shit.
You're not supposed to do that.
And
You're not allowed to do that?
No.
It's interference.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, wait. You and your dumb face. When there's a police set up for speeding trap, and they're parked waiting for cars, and they have their guns out, people go and they flash their lights so other people know that they're there. The police come around and cite those people because they're interfering with what the police are doing.
Okay.
Do you know that?
If that's
don't
the
go,
case,
okay.
If that's the case where, if somebody can be charged on obstruction, fine. That is a crime in itself. That doesn't warrant being shot in the face.
It's a chain reaction to a bunch of events.
So one
thing leads to another. If you're not there impeding what they're doing, you don't get
That's
shot.
what I said. The question
And
is,
on top-
was the
but-
cop justified?
Okay, so let's go with that. Again, from that other angle, he got nipped by the car. He got nipped.
Yeah, but the official DHS policy says just because
Here's two things. Here's the math.
it doesn't say just because a car's coming at you, you can shoot them. When there is
if your
other,
life is in danger.
if it's in danger, but not if there's other ways to get out of the situation, including stepping out
in 0.2 seconds.
in
a tenth of a second.
the car was going so
No, first of all,
Wait,
it was going 3-4 miles per hour.
First of all, no, it wasn't going 3-4 miles an hour. First of all, it reversed, and it reversed quickly. It reversed quickly, and then was put into drive, and then it went forward. Now, what are you to assume when someone goes in reverse quickly and then puts
They're
their car
making a
into
turn. 100%. So when I first saw it, where I go, like, my first overall observation was recognizing, yeah, she's going in reverse, and she's turning the car to go turn.
No, because that's not exactly
right
what
off the
happened.
bat. I go, oh, she was just turning.
Okay, so the math here is one, she shouldn't have been out there, and then two,
What do you mean she shouldn't have been out there?
She should have been parked in the street.
Okay, but she shouldn't be out there.
No, she shouldn't be out
A
there parked
citizen
in the
can't
street.
just
No,
be
they
aware.
no they. Where
They was-
where does a citizen get to park in the middle of the street
and not
sideways?
only that, it was said that she purposely was following the police to interfere.
Possibly.
Purposely. Let's say that's what she was doing.
She was bonking the horn. She was clearly alerting people in the neighborhood.
Mark,
that
here's the thing that I'm going to say.
they're
and
there.
I'd like to
So I'm
simplify.
agreeing
this.
And
with you
then we
that-
got to move on past
But
this.
I would like to simplify this for everyone, especially for you. I don't think she should be dead. I think that I don't know if when he got hit, the gun fired. I don't think that this was. I don't. I would like to think that if he had a different opportunity, that he would have taken it. I wish that she was alive. But when you take all these factors that are happening over and over, from the press alerting websites, alerting people where to go to not protest, but to go and interfere with their what they're legally there to do, they not only should be arrested, but they should be removed as quickly as possible. But they don't have the people to do that. They don't have the manpower to do that. That's why they had other people there. That can't be done. But what is this? Where is this where you look at this and go, this won't happen? When you're looking at it, don't you think that this was due? Like, I knew this was going to happen.
Let me say something, and I didn't know that part about them going and go get somebody illegally based on a sexual assault. Listen, people, if the ICE is rounding up actual citizens and trying to deport them, yeah, that's a problem. But if they're deporting and rounding up people who are here illegally, they're doing their job. And I don't
But they are doing it illegally.
And I don't have a problem with that.
They're not doing it illegally.
There's plenty of. They said we're going to go door to door.
They said
You can't go door to
They
door.
said, where are they
and
at?
ask
Are they
and
at the
be
door?
like,
Are they going door to door?
if you have no. Yes, that's what they said.
No, I didn't say that they didn't say that. Are they going door to door?
Well, J.D. Vance said that they're going to go door to
Yeah,
door.
now because of what's going on.
There's plenty of, and the reason for people getting detained that are citizens, and some people actually spending time in jail for being citizens or green card holders or whatever, is because they're just racially profiling. That is against the law.
Well,
now,
wait, hold up now. When you go,
So they are
but
doing
wait a
this
minute,
illegally.
But wait a minute. When you go racially profiling, what's the race that's here illegally? So
All
how much
races are here illegally.
I know you can get technical. As
Okay,
far
you
as
want to
that
play this
goes.
game? So, because you're black, you get this be stopped and frisked?
What my
They did for a long time.
What my question is if the people that are coming over the border illegally look like.
But you can't do that.
How else do you know?
It is illegal.
How else
to
do
that.
you know? How else do you find out?
Police work?
No, but here's the issue that you miss. A lot of the people that are being detained illegally are picked up because they're out there protesting. They're out and they're not protesting. They're interfering with an ongoing operation. If you're interfering, you may get picked up. You may be left in jail. You may be under investigation for being illegal. If I was the police and someone was with me, I would arrest you. I didn't care. I would take a look at your ID and I'd go, you know what? Leave them in there. Let's put them under investigation for the 48 hours that we can because they bothered me.
If I can, let me just say this, and then we really, because I'm telling you, this is what I knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't get, and I'm seeing, the mass protests, Chicago, New York, Minnesota, people flooding the streets and protesting. And I know it's the American right to let your voice be heard. But ultimately I go, what is this going to stop? You're flooding traffic. You're making things. They showed one piece of footage where I saw a guy who was trying to pick his daughter up from school. And they wouldn't let his car through because he was protesting. He got out of his car and had to push out the way to pick up his daughter. So other than making this an inconvenience, what ultimately is this going to change?
Protesting does.
It's not
make a difference.
They're not protesting though. They're interfering.
Interfering in traffic and like that, I don't agree with. But
are they doing it?
So you really think all of this, people in the streets, ICE this, ICE blah blah, you think it's going to stop what? You think the government and Trump is going to go, oh, there's so many people in the streets, it's really becoming a hassle. Our agents are being hassled. Call it off.
Okay, so calling into your members of Congress, now it doesn't mean like, oh, there's a big protest, things going to change immediately, but it adds to this movement thing. Calling into Congress actually does put something in their ear where where they will move on things. It's like another version of that, of them seeing their constituents out there and angry and wanting change. I can't tell you the direct benefit. I would never go to a protest. I have other shit to do. But like, you know,
I got to get this in. I got to get this in because you're saying that. What was Donald Trump elected with a mandate to go after this immigration policy, to shut down the border and to remove illegals? That's what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
So who's not in the streets? The people that voted for him. That's who's not in the streets. The people who didn't win the election are now in the streets because they don't like what he's doing. Now, let's go back up a little bit. And this is where I think we need to look at this honestly. Bill Clinton started this, was a person that was talked about borders, protection, and we had to get rid of the illegal people that were coming into the country. Then who's the next president after Bill Clinton?
Obama, right?
Obama. Who was Obama? No, who was Obama?
Bush was the.
It was Bush. It was a Bush, but I was going to let him roll with it. But Bush also had the same policy that Clinton had. Obama came in. Who was Obama? Deporter in chief. Got to keep these borders. Deported more people. Not if Trump keeps going the way that he is, he may be more of he may become the higher deporter, but.
He gonna LeBron James that shit.
But he also had people that self-deported, so they're counting those numbers in Trump's deportation. He hasn't gotten to Obama numbers yet. So Obama did that. Then Trump comes in. Trump wants to shut down the border because even though everybody's saying we got to deport these people, no one's shutting down the border. So he talks about a wall. Now, he's the greatest evil person to ever do this. Then Joe Biden comes in office, and then he just opens up the border. He lets everybody come in. He welcomed. He said, come on down. And they did. And then Trump's back in office, and he's trying to remove all this. Where is the disconnect in that whole scenario that I just set up?
So you're telling me. So
give a final answer.
No,
give a final answer.
Because there's more to this too. That
I know, but Mark, give a final answer.
I'm saying Trump is purposely making it look. He's purposely being cruel. They are exploiting the situation by putting.
Wait.
No,
Not even.
I'm answering your question.
Okay.
So they're putting these trolling videos online, making light of separating families and doing all this, and making like a joke of it. So he's doing it. Obama did more. So now is he? And since Obama has done more, not only is Trump and his administration cruel about this, but they're also incompetent that they can't even get as much as Obama. So I don't know what the you voted for with these troll heads that are incompetent in doing what they want to do.
Very good point. Very good point. So when Obama was doing this, did we have the streets flooded with people that were trying to interfere with these deportations?
No, there's probably
no. Okay, just you answer the question and stop right there. No, that was the answer. That's the first answer. When you said he was incompetent, he couldn't do it. When Clinton and Obama are using cages to put kids in, and then they use those same photos and say Trump was putting kids in cages. Is it?
We're talking about a citizen getting shot in the face, and you just want to change the subject.
No, I'm not changing the subject. When it was him, when they were doing it, was the media going after them the same way. What I'm trying to say to you is this is a media hysteria that we've caused that brought out all these people, and the policy hasn't really changed anything different except for Joe Biden. That no one's policy has every president was following the same policy with deportations and border control, except for Biden. Trump has just been demonized as that person. And is Trump doing a good job at it? No, but he's been under more. But he's been
let Andy have the last word. Man.
But back to the shooting though. Back to the shooting. Like you're saying, like, oh, she deserved to be there and shit. Do you know what his policy? If a car, especially, is turned on, you are not supposed to be in the front of the car. It is policy that just because the car's coming at you, you cannot shoot it.
He didn't get in front of the car until after she reversed. He moved over to the other side.
He whipped out his phone while the car's there, and then as
why
she's
did he have his
pulling
phone out?
forward, he takes out his gun. He could have jumped out of the way because he
moved.
did.
Why did he have his phone out?
Guys, we gotta wrap this
I know we do have to wrap it up.
There's multiple reasons.
There's only one reason.
All right, let's put a pin in it. We'll come back to it. At
Okay, that's why I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this.
I know.
I didn't want to do
That's
this.
why I wanted to do it yesterday's episode so we could get it out.
No, that's what I said because I didn't want to do this because
Oh shit! Watch out!
That's good banter.
it wasn't really good.
No, it is. It is. This is from Darius Davis, cringy. Hello to the juke, jerk, and junkie. Given Mark uses coke. What's up, guys? I haven't wrote in for a long time, but I'm still listening. I still remember you guys' inception from when I got that card in St. Louis years ago after the show. But I love the direction you guys have taken the show in and might consider the live YouTube podcast so you can have listeners chime in. Help Andy with names or just give general answers to all. Give general answers you all might have would be great. To see y'all live reactions would be hilarious and could increase your the following club. 520 Bubba Dub does it, and I think it would make y'all a hit. What I battle with is the live callers that have this habit of doing too much. It's cringeworthy. That's all I have to say, and y'all keep going strong. P.S. Mark, I got the Cleveland being the South joke, but you could have put Aries spin on it just a bit outside. Oh, and Andy and Mark must be with all that arguing.
That would be, I got to be honest. Like, I would think about this just because you brought it up, and Mark is definitely someone that I would not want to. Not that I have a list of guys that I want to, but I don't think that's the look that I'm going to go for.
And you think I'm into older men?
See?
Ooh, what you got? Phone call.
Rashard Simmons calling for Albany, Georgia again. I called Andy racist puss ass out last week or the week before on his knee pad, mushroom gobbling Trump rhetoric. And his defense was, well, Trump wasn't convicted. That's a lie. And I find it hard to believe that you don't know that when you can easily Google it. He was convicted of sexual assault against E. Carroll.
Oh, did we already do this one?
You just dumb and ugly as fucking don't know no better. Or you trying to gaslight everybody. You know that Aries is uninformed. He has no political savvy. So you can just say whatever and it'll fly. But I'm chin checking your pussy. He a 34 count convicted felon. This is easily, you can Google this shit and find out. You said that he wasn't convicted of anything. 34 counts, bro. And as far as you making a joke out of him sneaking in little girls' locker room, ain't nothing funny about that. It's about as funny as your son with autism. Oh, how about that? Heart to heart. Real funny. Piece of you sitting at that line for Trump, knowing good and well everything I said was factual. Any defense of Trump at this point only constitute that you're a racist. But I get it. Y'all got something in common, though. Both of y'all married to young bitches that don't love y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, Tara don't love you, bitch. She don't love you. Just like that cat face ass plastic piece of shit whore Melania or whatever her name don't love him. So y'all got something in common. And just for context, fuck you Democrats too. I think Barack Obama undercover faggot. And on top of that, Kamala Harris, she a bed witch laying out with that white dog. All y'all. Piece of shit.
I think I found the title of this episode.
What is it?
What?
Undercover.
I don't think we can put that in it.
That sounds like Corey Allen on meth.
Yeah, he had me up until he called Barack.
Oh, I
undercover
know he
faggot.
had you until he said that.
Come
That
on,
ruined
man.
everything for you.
Come on,
He hates
man.
everybody. But here, no, let me give you some things that you're not getting. He was it was a civil trial that he got convicted of with Eugene Carroll. So he wasn't convicted of rape. He was convicted. What was the conviction of with Eugene Carroll? It's not actually rape. It's
See, but that's the
Only
part,
some kind of sexual assault.
But
Yeah,
that's the
sec-
part.
it
He
was
fingered her.
Yeah, it
But
was
that's the
sexual.
part that gets me. He'll say to you, Google.
But he hasn't Googled
But
it.
if he Googled it, he
Yeah.
would know that.
And the 34 counts, he's never been convicted of it. He was found guilty, but he hasn't been convicted. And it was 34 felonies, but it was one It was one thing that he did. And if you know what it is, since you were so smart, it's a paper error on an accounting work, and it was the same error done 34 times. So that's the thing that he was convicted of that no one's ever been convicted of, and there isn't a victim. Because it's an accounting error. But they found a way to convict him of it. So you're right when you said he was 34 felony convictions, but it's the same conviction. So you need to look these things up because they're with you to make you more angry because they want to blame him for everything. And what I just said about the difference between from Clinton all the way to today. Everybody's policy has been the same except for Biden's, and I would like to know why it's different.
You know, you could definitely tell the difference between the regions. Like when he talks versus Frank Nitti, you hear the New York and the South to the extreme. Yo, y'all be good, dog. You know, be good, my word up, God. Y'all be good, fam. Oh, pussy ass niggas.
Dude, but I you know what? As mad as he is at me. Oh, by the way, my son does do what did he say about him?
Autism.
Yeah, he's a funny autistic kid, man, and he does stand up too. By
He's
the way,
not.
yeah. The thing is, and you might want to look that up since you told me to look it up. And autism don't have any relationship to each other, but that's only if you want to look it up.
I don't think he was trying to be technically correct. I think he was just trying to slam as hard as he could. Why you got to attack the man's child, man?
Well, because he said that we made it about looking at girls going into the, like I said, would you look? And it was, and it's a, but here's the thing that about that though too, and I don't know if everybody would get this, but when you, as a young man, when you're in a situation like that, you do look. I'm sorry, I don't give a what you say, you do look. But after 10 minutes, you go back to doing your job. I was a young man. Look at him sneaking out of there. Nah, I was a young man. Of course, you're gonna look. They weren't 12-year-old girls. They were 18+ old girls. And yeah, you're gonna look. But after 10 minutes, you go back to doing your job. You don't think the photographers at Playboy look at the girls and go, oh, this is a hot girl. But when he starts doing his photo session, it's back to work.
We got one from a girl, speaking of which.
Are you talking about the pageants?
Yeah.
Misty Green.
I don't like what he said, though.
What do women want? Episode 704. Miss me with that. Hello, Aries and Mark. Love the podcast. I tune in every Wednesday and Thursday on Spotify and catch you live at the Addison or DC Improv every year. I was listening to the Elway episode and wanted to respond to Aries regarding what these want from a. I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for the ones that speak for the ones that have all they need materially, but want a partner or a homie, love a friend. R. Kelly. In my opinion, a mansion is really just a lavish prison when you share it with the wrong person. That might be true. Sometimes people simply grow apart, especially when they marry young. This gradual change happens over time, and who you loved in college is not the same person in midlife. If you're too busy providing to recognize the shift, you will look up one day and your person will just be your roommate. In the case of Elway, yes, he gave his wife everything a woman could ask for, except the one thing she required, his time. And what about the off season? Let's keep it real. Most players have time for a wife, kids, and a side chick. No excuses. When there's a will, there's a way. Marriage is a balancing act that requires compromise and sacrifice. It should also be the priority, which is exactly why I'm single. It's not for everybody. Speaking from my own experience, I have filed for divorce twice and raised 4 adults. Now all I want from a is good health, morning wood, free time. He can keep the mansion. Holla at me. I'll just visit. All things considered, money can't buy time or love. The best things in life really are free. But most of us die trying to buy happiness we may never get to enjoy. Aries, please keep doing what you do, King. You really are a goddamn genius. Andy, you're my favorite cuddly Latin Jew.
Yeah.
The beard is everything. Mark, I'm so confused by you. You don't look anything like you sound. I mean that in the best way, no gay. LOL. Okay, bye for now, Misty G. You know, but the thing is, you say that, but you don't know what the rigors are of being a pro NFL player. Having to study the defenses, taking the hits, the physicality, the travel. He might just be so, and then I agree with you, where there is a will, there should be a way. But I'm also like, until you walk in those rigorous cleats, it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, meet the halfway.
I got some more on this, though, because I love when she said, and listen, I'm listening to you, and I agree. You have to find a way to prioritize, or at least bring your wife into your relationship. Even your kids have to take a back seat to that, so that your wife that connection that you have with your wife has to be one of the most important things. Now, again, like they said, I don't make this money. I can't take care of you that way. This is what we're doing for. This is what we should be going to. But that conversation needs to be having talked about. But this is the other thing you said. You said there's the off season. In the off season, what do you have to do? Commercials. This is when you get the real money.
Right.
The sport money is one part of the money.
Right.
But the money getting the commercials, getting going on the talks that you have to do, the dinners that you have to go on, where you make this money from your shoe deals, so that you have to go to a dinner because Nike wants you to go, and you have to be a speaker, and they're paying you $26 million a year for your shoes to be wearing. I don't know what they paid him,
Right.
you know, but the off season also is a production time for everything that's not on the field.
Right.
And listen, I'm saying in any relationship, the man does need to prioritize his wife, or he will lose that relationship, because if you don't grow together, you grow apart. And there's no doubt about
I
that.
think women who are with superstar or rich-ass dudes, there should be like a clause in the contract where she can't broke, but she should take time out from her rich dude and her successful superstar and go with a broke nigga. No sex, but go with a broke for 6 months. I bet you she comes back to her prize with a different appreciation. Because I'm going to tell you, there's 2 moments. And listen, ladies, what I'm saying is you should know what you signed up for and who you signed up with. I know y'all like to think this, but it's different. The working at the shoe store is not Michael Jordan, John Elway, Tom Brady. These are 2 different type of that need to be handled differently. There's 2 moments in Michael Jordan in the last. One is The Last Dance, and the other one, I forget what the name of it was. I think it was either Come Fly With, one of Michael Jordan's VHS documentaries, where he wins the championship, and at one point, they see him in the locker room. He's got on the Bulls just won the championship hat. He's got the trophy. He's sweating. He's got his cell phone. And he says to the guy that I guess, like Andy said, you got to do this, this, and this. He goes, do I have to do anything else? Can I just sit here for a minute? Now imagine you're that guy where you can't breathe. Everything you do, people are constantly pulling at you. You got 40 different obligations. There's another moment, and this one is in The Last Dance, where he's trying to shoot a commercial, and he has to keep doing take after take after take. And he goes, I don't think that if people really knew how hard it is to be Michael Jordan, some people say they want to be Michael Jordan for a day, but try being Michael Jordan for a year. And they need him to do another take. Then they cut to his face, close up. You could see it. There's a moment of frustration in his eyes, in his voice, where he's just like, another take. Now, if you're not the superstar, if you the guy off the bench, well, then you got your husband all you want. But when you that guy, when you Elway, when you Jordan, you can't just take you got to take it all. You can't just take the good in terms of the house and the car and the jewelry and all the extravagant lifestyle and the name, but then go, well, I don't like that part. That part comes with it. It comes with it. And when you say, well, some of the best things in life are free, all right, well, then give up the house and the car and all that costs and go be with free.
No, and,
Broke are good for free.
And these guys that hit that level, that extra level, maybe they don't want to go out with you at night. You know why? Because they don't get to just go out with you. They got to go out with the whole public. And so they can't even have dinner with you. They get interrupted by all the people that want to come over and say, hey, I've known you since I was this old. You've been this guy to me. And all these things that these people feel that person has been to them where they have no connection to that person and they're just trying to have a night with you. Sometimes you might want to accept the fact that maybe just go to a hotel and order dinner in your room. Because it's not that he doesn't want to do something with you, but he just might only want to do something with you.
And he's tired
of all those other people.
He's
you know, though, I got to
tired.
tell you this, though. I started off with this joke a long time ago.
I just think that, I'm sorry, but I just think that's a weak reason for a woman to leave a man. A man who's not cheating, who's giving you everything, who most women would be the envy of your life and your position. And you leaving him because why?
They feel lonely, though.
Oh, suck a dick.
Listen, I said this a long time ago. This was a joke I did. That I was looking for a professional baseball player's wife that is going through the divorce because that's low mileage. He hasn't been her. He's been his girlfriends, been the girls on the road. She get all the aftermarket equipment, boobs, face, whatever she needed. It's already done. Yeah. I need to get that girl around 35, 37. Perfect woman to have. If you're looking, low miles, high return. Right. The blue book on her is going to be amazing.
Let's do one more phone call, and then I want to do one stupid.
And Andy, did you say that he didn't walk into Miss Teen? It was just regular?
No, I didn't say that.
Miss Universe?
That's not what I said. It's a nice try, but that's not what I said.
Allegations that he did walk into Miss Teen.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. You just brought that up all on your own.
Well,
I was talking about me.
Just a little fact checking.
Well, what did you check if there was no facts?
Podcast. This is Joe again from Cali. This is look at my 5th voicemail. How could you guys not mention Wedding Singer as one of the greatest rom-coms of all time? Sandler killed that. Even 51st Dates. Quotables. You ready for this, Mr. Smarty? Come on, man. Another good one too. Half-Baked. I don't know if that qualifies for a romantic comedy.
Not at all.
But that shit made me laugh.
It's a weed movie.
It ended romantically. Yeah. Gave up weed for Mary Jane. Yeah. Love those movies. I don't know what else. There's another one I want to mention too.
Dude, you had so much steam in your...
Slumdog Millionaire. I don't know if that's a romantic comedy. But at the end, they get romantic. Bunch of Indians in it. I don't know if Remy's gonna like that. No way. But it's pretty dope. Anyways, love you guys again.
Thanks, man. I got to be honest though. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Couple things. Number one, Half-Baked is a weed movie.
Yeah.
And weed movies are their own category. Number two, dude, I'm sorry, but Adam Sandler does not do it for me that way. He never has. Saturday Night Live, his characters, Opera Man, I never got him. Even when he came out the gates hot in the movies with Billy Madison and what's that one movie that people love so much? The golf one.
Billy Madison.
No, that's not Billy Madison.
No, that's not Billy Madison. It's the
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler just like him and Will Ferrell. They don't do it for me.
That's blasphemy.
Will Ferrell doesn't do it. Anchorman, I think, is the most overrated comedy
it's
on
not.
the planet.
It's not.
No,
No, it's not.
No.
It's just not your cup of tea.
it's not at all.
But here's what I'll say about what he's saying. You know what? The Wedding Singer, that could be put into like a rom-com area. But I'll say something different than you said about Adam Sandler. I don't know if Mark will agree with it or not, but I'll say something in a different way, even though I'm saying the same thing that you're saying, but a different way. Adam Sandler movies are so Adam Sandler-centric that I don't see him as anything else but an Adam Sandler movie.
So you can't see past this guy?
That's not all of his movies are like that. But he's such a strong presence. But I do also understand that the movies that he made with, what is her name that he made? Both
Drew
those
Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore. Those do have...
Like 50 First Dates.
Yeah, those
I
do,
never saw that.
Those do have the rom-com formula built into it.
That one's good.
And I understand the quotable, but I got to be honest, man. I didn't put those in there because, to me, when I think of I think of those as Adam Sandler movies. And that's not a knock on Adam Sandler. It's not a knock on anybody in
That
his
is
movies.
absolutely a knock on Adam Sandler.
It's that he's such a powerful character that I just go, those are Adam Sandler. I love those movies. Wedding Singer is a excellent movie.
Whatever. Did you guys
He doesn't do that in there. Doesn't do any of that. Doesn't. And one of his best movies is the Funny People, which I think is a hysterical movie. And
but that's
a real movie.
The weight of a lot of comedians.
But it's a really great movie, man.
Well, I think a lot of his movies are carried not by the weight of the other ones, but like it's an Adam Sandler movie is not just Adam Sandler.
That's a good point.
The entire Adam Sandler universe, like Rob Schneider, amazing, and
Nick
everything.
Swartzen.
But Nick Swartzen.
You know what this is?
Shaq.
You know what this is? This is Nick Swartzen being forced down our throats.
Dude, Nick Swartzen's great.
It usually goes. I thought it goes the other way around.
Oh, Mr. Wallace.
Listen, man. I'm glad that you said it that way. Adam Sandler universe. I think of it Adam Sandler like
David Spade, Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen.
Shaq. Don't forget Shaq. Shaq's been he's been in all those the family ones.
He's in Grown Ups.
Yeah, all the grown-ups ones. So that's why I didn't put him in there. That's why I didn't think of it that way. But I'm not going to disagree with you. I think that Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates could be included in that.
And now listen. This is I've always admitted on this pod that I can be a little chauvinistic, and this is me being a little racist. I can't do Koreans and Indians in movies, man. I could do you in a part or in a scene.
You didn't like Slumdog Millionaire?
That's not a romantic.
No, it's not.
No,
It
I'm
should've
not
been.
talking about it as far as being but he mentioned Slumdog Millionaire. And all Indian cast and all Asian cast.
You didn't like that movie?
I didn't see it.
It's a great movie.
But I won't see it for that reason.
It's a great movie.
It's in English.
I don't care. It's in English, but dude, I gotta see what I relate to.
Did you
I
see-
relate to black, white, and some sprinkled Spanish.
What is the crazy Asian? What's the movie?
That crazy one, the crazy
Crazy
Asians.
Oh, that's a great movie too.
That's a great movie. You know what? But see, this is where
If I don't see no and no white folks, I don't know.
This is where I have to call you out, though, because you'll say, like, Hollywood doesn't embrace any of these people like these Asians. And we had a fight about Asians, and I'm like, Asian culture doesn't really embrace the idea of being an actor. They embrace the idea of more structured things. And Hollywood doesn't allow it. Hollywood doesn't allow it because people like you won't go see it. That's why
Yeah, but people like me aren't really the common denominator.
Crazy Rich Asians, that's what it was. That is a funny-ass movie, man.
It's a great movie.
And you know what? And if you believe funny is gold and funny is money, then you should have saw it because it's funny.
You know what I'm gonna
Do you really? Just because there's no black people or white people in it? You're like,
Yeah, son. Yeah, yo. It's like if I want to go see all Asians or all Indians, I'll go to India and Asia.
But they made one. They made
know,
one.
but
They gave them one, and you're like, this is too much.
I need some Terrells in there. I need some Brads and Jacobs.
There's some Asians in that doing some black though.
Like what?
Dressing with they got the Jordans and yeah, you got to see it. Asian culture supports black culture, man.
Yeah.
Maybe not the way that you would like it to be support, but
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to purposely make sure that next week when we're in Detroit, when I fly from LA to Detroit, I'm going to watch Slumdog Millionaire and Crazy Rich Asians.
Those are two totally different movies.
Well, but you're saying they're good movies, though, right?
Well, Slumdog Millionaire is like Oscar winning.
Okay, fine, but you're saying they're both good, right?
yeah. But watch them in the right order. Comedy first.
All right.
Slumdog
And
Millionaire
if I don't like either one of them, I'm no longer going to like Indians and Asians.
Slumdog Millionaire is really a good movie, and if you watch
That's
it,
a joke.
yeah. If you watch it though, there's the story behind it. There's clues that are given away through the whole story, and so the ending's better than you think it's going to be.
I totally forgot.
I love that. I thought that was a great movie.
Oh, it's so memorable. You totally forgot.
Dude, they won an Oscar.
See, that's how this is what I'm talking about. Not having your own ideas. It won an Oscar, so therefore I'm going to put this down.
I don't remember every... Dude, that was like 15, 20 years ago.
If a movie is that great, you remember everything.
I'm 60 years old.
I know.
What are you going to remember at 60, dude? Nothing?
Dude,
because I saw the movie the same time you did.
There's not an Eddie Murphy movie from the 80s and 90s that you could run past me and I don't know everything about it.
I don't know all the quotes. I don't remember quotes. I don't download every piece like that. I remember the movie. I remember some of the dialogue. I'm not a quote guy. Are you a quote guy though?
Jesus Christ.
Are you a quote guy? Do you remember the quotes?
From Slumdog Millionaire?
No. From movies though. Like from movies.
No, I don't have that good memory. That's why I'm like amazed. Aries can just whip.
Now when he does the quotes and does the whole scene like a soliloquy, I'm like, what the is this guy doing here? But
because I'm a goddamn genius.
But only if you like it.
Only if I like it.
Yeah, you have to like it. It has to touch you.
Yeah.
So either that or it's a bad uncle.
Now, Jack, you both know I'm going to be an honest man from now on. But if I did decide to become a thief, what makes you think you can catch me? Good night, my line of back, Reggie. All right, you ready for stupid?
Yeah, and we already did the dates. So you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, we're on it.
Don't hit it until you're ready. You ready? Go.
Your shit, you stupid motherfuckers. I ain't having it, you stupid motherfuckers. I'ma wreck you. Stupid.
This stupid comes to us from Manny. I believe it's L.975. And this was in reference to the tough time I had at the Bahamas. Bruh, with all the complaining you're doing from you bombing, you really aren't the guy you think you are. Listen, asshole, no one is perfect. Greatness is not defined by a failure. It's defined by the success after the failure, which I had success in St. Louis after the Bahamas failure. Listen, Michael Jordan didn't win every game, but he's still a 6-time NBA champion. Muhammad Ali did not win every fight, but he still won the heavyweight title 3 times. Your favorite singer, every album they put out is not a masterpiece. There's been some duds, but you're not defined by your failures. You're remembered for your successes. You stupid.
Stupid motherfuckers. Stupid motherfuckers. That's a show! That's a show! That's a show! That's a show! That's a show!
Next time, be in the frame.
Don't want to be in the frame doing that.
Dude, why'd you cut it? Oh, what happened? Oh, what happened?
Everything's going. So everything's the same. I just threw the mic down.
I thought you were trying to channel.
I was trying to challenge a cross between a heavy metal guy and Adam Sandler.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was trying
but
to
you
do
got to
both.
start off slow. Oh, yeah, you know what you are. You know what you are. You stupid motherfucker. You stupid motherfucker. Oh, baby. Fuck out of here with that. What is that?
Dude, you know what it was? You know what that was?
What?
That was how many years on SNL, and how many movies are hit, and an agreement with Netflix for.
And
how
you know
many
that's
movies.
the perfect example because we know that Adam Sandler has had some bombs, especially that one movie where he played his sister,
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
Some people really like that
Awful.
movie, though.
But
I never saw it. I never saw it.
But does it change his success? Does it change his place in comedy? No.
That one was almost like if you were to make a parody, like making fun of Adam Sandler. Like, I'm going to make a film where Adam Sandler plays like his sister, and it's him, and it's so bad.
Can I ask you this though? I never saw the movie, so I don't have a place to put this in. But I'll ask you because you saw it. You saw it?
Jack and Jill?
Yeah. No, so you saw it.
I don't remember the ending though.
Okay. Does it cement Eddie Murphy as being the greatest character guy could be able to do?
Nobody does that better than Eddie.
To be one man, play
Nobody does
multiple
that.
parts.
Nobody does
in a
that better
movie.
than Eddie. Nobody does that better than
I
Eddie.
mean, unless you're a Tyler Perry fan or something.
And I almost get irritated when I see other people try because it just feels like you're trying to be Eddie Murphy. You're trying to have that niche of being great like that.
Well, that was it. He only was doing one other person. Eddie Murphy did when he did the Clumps. How many people's he doing?
But whether he did the Clumps or whether it was the people in the barbershop, coming to America, whether it was the Asian man in Norbit.
Do you think that the
that's Eddie's gift.
Do you what out of those scenes though that you said, which one's the best? Do you think the Clumps are better? Okay, let's put it this way. It's either the Clumps or it's the guys in the barbershop.
Guys in the barbershop.
That's the best, isn't
Guys
it?
in the barbershop.
Because you didn't know and it was so unexpected.
You didn't know, but again, the family was funny, but it was a cuteness to it. The guys in the barbershop, that's why I'm saying if Eddie did a movie and it's about those guys where he could get raw with it, oh, dude.
I don't know what that would be a great place for him to jump back in. It would be a great place to jump. I don't know. Maybe you should send that note to him.
In that church moment, donation. And we said, man, you ain't got to yell at me, you tall black. Arsenio going, you tall black. Oh, no, they said that to Arsenio. So again, those characters being able to curse and talk like
Austin
that.
Powers too, though.
Austin Powers. You know Mike Myers?
He played multiple roles.
Nobody with Eddie.
How many characters do you play in that?
I'm trying to think.
I would. You should write
Austin
that.
Powers.
You should write that and send it.
Dr. Evil, Fat Bastard, and Gold Member.
Who's the one that rips the skin off and eats it?
Gold Member.
Once he did that character, I couldn't not watch that anymore. That was disgusting.
He ripped his skin off and ate it?
Yeah, it was this like old white guy and he had dry skin. He'd just peel it off and he would eat it.
But was it really grotesque?
It was gross to me to watch that. That's
well, nigga, you watch The Boys.
Yeah, but eating your skin is really gross.
You watch The Boys.
The Boys is funny when he goes into that dude's urethra and then it becomes
see, no.
back full size and the guy explodes. That's
no,
pretty funny,
no,
dude.
that's disgusting.
Funny because he
That's
sneezed.
disgusting.
Because he sneezed.
It's disgusting.
No one ever talks about like if you did have.
And
this
dude, I really
superpower.
wanted to watch The Boys and enjoy it because it felt like if you took the grotesque out, that's juvenile enough to be man food, but in a juvenile way.
It's a great show.
Yeah, but when you start going in booties and exploding,
That doesn't happen. It was urethra. It wasn't in the booty.
What's the urethra?
That's your dick hole.
Oh, so the booty hole or the head of the dick hole? Either way, you don't belong in another man's dick hole.
But you don't even see it that way. The way that they show it, you don't see it that way. You see him running down this like tunnel, and then he sneezes, and you know he's in the dick hole. And when he sneezes, he becomes full size again, and it blows the whole person up. This shit's funny because we always talk about if you could get small, and there's this guy gets small, and what happens? It goes wrong. There was a story about it going wrong. I think it's funny. How is that not funny?
That's a writer that had fantasies of wanting to be in another man's dick.
No, it's not. It's just what would happen.
We ain't never seen Ant-Man do that.
No, but you saw Ant-Man get really large, and then he passes out when he does the double size.
There's been no dick play.
No, but that's not movie wasn't based on that. That's a Marvel superhero movie. There's no
fuck that.
No. This is how up Marvel is. Who's what's her name in it? The who's the hottest chick in
Scarlett
Black
Johansson.
Widow?
What character is her?
Black Widow.
Who's Black Widow?
For real?
No, in the movie.
Wasn't it Jeremy Renner?
Oh, the Hulk. What's his name?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark
Mark
Ruffalo.
Ruffalo. Yeah. Do we ever see like a hot scene in it where Mark and Scarlett are like warming up to the idea of this
No, but
superhero?
she knows when that turn into the Hulk, that big green cock is serious business.
Hopefully he's not inside of her when he does it.
Man.
Could you imagine if it does? Then she would explode like the dude getting the guy's dick.
Well, you don't know how far it can stretch.
All I'm saying is Marvel doesn't have that kind of comedy in their.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So this guy wrote it in a great way. I think the Boys is funny as dude. You got to get past that. You're not in the dick. It just happens and it goes away. Is that a show?
That's how they describe male rape. It just happens and then it goes away.
No, because you have to stay there because you're in prison.
That's a show.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.